Exactly 1 year after President Muhammadu Buhari inaugurated the Amal Pepple-led tripartite minimum wage committee in November 2017, the committee Tuesday submitted its report at the same venue. Speaking, the committee's chairperson and former Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Ms. Amal Pepple, says the sum of 30,000 naira was approved by the stakeholders as new minimum wage after several considerations.
After carefully weighing these critical factors and bearing in mind the overriding interests of the economy, the committee, while noting the offer of 24,000 by the federal government, is recommending an increase in the existing national minimum wage from 18,000 naira to 30,000 naira. We believe that the implementation of the recommended minimum wage will no doubt boost the purchasing power of workers, increase consumption expenditure, and ultimately stimulate business and overall economic growth.
Speaking after receiving the committee's report, President Muhammadu Buhari promised to forward it as an executive bill to the National Assembly for passage into law.
In a way, both arguments are valid. I want to assure you all that we will immediately put in place the necessary machinery that will close out these open areas. Our plan is to transmit the executive bill to the National Assembly for the passage within the shortest possible time. I am fully committed to having a new National Minimum Wage Act in the very near future. Let me use this opportunity to recognize the leadership of the organized labor and private sector, as well as representatives of state and federal government for all your hard work.
The president of the Nigerian Labour Congress, Comrade Ayuba Waba, who spoke to State House journalists after the meeting, says state governors have no excuse not to pay the sum of 30,000 naira as minimum wage after it must have been passed into law and assented to by President Muhammadu Buhari.
When the 18,000 minimum wage was actually implemented in 2011, every worker was paid. We knew also what happened. Towards 2015, most of the states emptied their treasury, and therefore they had difficulty. If there is the will, we are certain that there will be a way out, and therefore we cannot hide under that situation to now continue to lament the situation of Nigerian worker. All of us knew also in the economy a lot of factors have affected the purchasing power of Nigerian worker. Inflation, all of us are aware. Importantly, the exchange rate. The value of 18,000 naira then was almost around $140. Today it's less than $50, $60.
Comrade Waba praised the Nigerian workers for standing by labor leaders throughout the struggle. With Tuesday's endorsement by President Muhammadu Buhari, the minimum wage struggle is now in its last phase, and that will likely be at the National Assembly. How soon will the bill be getting to the National Assembly? How quickly will the lawmakers consider and pass the bill into law? How soon will the bill be sent back to the president for assent? And how quickly will the president assent to the bill when sent back by the National Assembly? These are questions that Nigerian workers will no doubt be asking at a time like this. From the Aso Rock Presidential Villa, I'm Ikharo Attah, ITV News, Abuja.